If you haven't been keeping up with our journey, we've traveled all the way here to Uganda, toured an orphanage, and met Daniel. And today, Daniel is going to be taking us on a bit of a road trip.
This journey as we go to Palisa, my village, we'll be moving for about 2.5 hours. Get to Palisa. Before it would take about 4.5 hours, but Grandpa appreciated and he made the road for our side, so he would get people vote for him in the previous election. And indeed, he got it because people from that side voted him to 90%. So the roads are a little bit better now, and I think we'll have a smooth journey almost all the way to my village. So we'll be stopping by the road to purchase some chicken because in Uganda, when you get a visitor in your home, you do not let them go without eating something. It is considered that you have come with a blessing and left with a blessing. Lunch today will be cooked by men. Emmanuel on the other side, Uncle Frank and Andrew will be giving me a hand as we prepare chicken. Why chicken? It's because that is what you give to a visitor when they visit your home. The mere fact that you slaughter for them chicken shows how much value and respect you have for them. So most of the Ugandan homes in the villages rear local chicken to slaughter it for their valuable visitors when they come and visit. So you are my valuable visitors and family visiting home, so there's no way you're living without eating chicken. And today we are here to prove that men can prepare better food than women. So, come with us.
So Uganda is roughly about the same size as the state of Oregon. However, due to the terrain, traffic, and population, it can take a very long time to get across from one side to the other. As for our journey, we only have to make one stop to pick up some fast food at the local drive-thru. And with a few more hours of driving and a few checkpoints along the way, we eventually make it to the village of Palisa, where for the first time for all of us, Daniel will invite us to his home, which as I understand it, is a pretty big honor.
So welcome to Paliland.
To what, Paliland?
Yeah, well, that is sugar coating it, Paliland, to make it look good, like the United States of Palisa.
Okay.
So you know what happens because most of our villages in Uganda sound a bit funny in their pronunciation. So to sugarcoat it, most of the ladies will not want to say where they come from. Oh. So they will say we come from the United States of that village.
So this is your home?
Yeah, this is my home village, and this is my house. When I die, this is where I'm coming to rest. So, yeah, we bury in villages. This is a sitting room. Come, take your own. And this is also a bedroom. It's a bedroom here. And then there is another bedroom on this side. This is kind of like a store, as well as the dining. And then another bedroom. So I'll take you through our boundaries. So we have a mango tree right here. This land moves all the way to the other side. So we move all the way from here. We've been using the entire place. This is cassava, trying to grow here. Most of the land in this village belonged to my family, most of it. So over time, since there is no one here anymore, they went on taking some of the land. They grabbed it. There was no power to fight for it. But we're also happy. We have new neighbors around. So these are all our boundaries. Before the surveys had come in place, Africans used plants to show demarcations of their land. And one of the plants was this one. I don't know its name in English. I don't know its English name. But everywhere you see this type of plant is indicating a demarcation of land, as well as the other green ones. Those ones do the same.
Okay.
These are oranges trying to grow. So, as you can see, these are still demarcations. Biaibo! Hey! It's our neighbor. So here we don't need to make phone calls to call people. You're like, hey neighbor, how are you? So yeah, this is my village. Be taking you around our entire land that we still have in place, and I'll be telling you how this place looked like before and why it looks like this right now. Biaibo Jo. Ebo. Eh. So me and him, after the departure of my dad, his dad was good friends with my dad in those days before the raids came. So this village literally belonged to his dad and my dad. But eventually, because of the many attacks that I'll be telling you about, this place looks the way it is. So his dad passed on, and he's a doctor, and he takes care of this entire place. So we are free. Any borders, okay, you just cross. There is no, you call him Kim Jong-un, something, the North Korea president. Who is it?
Kim Jong.
Kim
Yeah.
Jong-un. There's no Kim Hon-jun business here that you don't cross. So, about okay.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, like I was telling you, these all show demarcations of land. Because we are not here most of the time, some of the people that you see on the other ends were all not here. This whole place was open. All we would see would be the rocks. We would go to the rocks very early in the morning, stand there, do sunbathing, and also look after our millet and the cassava and the peas that we used to grow in this place. This used to be the center of this place. Used to be a wonderful place. So this is millet, but that is in the neighborhood. In the process of using the place, I have encountered so many issues with them, as they get to take most of the fruits that grow in the place. I had so many trees in this area, but they went on chopping them down. Every time that I would come, they would have chopped another tree. But I used to have so many of them. So when I die, I am coming to sleep over here. This will be my place to sleep forever. I sleep here. I have someone sleeping under the mango, and I'm soon shifting him from there, bringing him to this side as well. So the peas pods, so when they grow, they begin drying up. And when they dry up, that is when you can get the beans. But this is still, yeah. So we basically used to cotton and coffee have been the main cash crops of Uganda for a very long time. That is before the GMOs and all that. We used to have the best coffees because you would get the coffee beans, replant them, and they will grow up. Right now, it's a problem. It's a big problem. We used to have a very nice cotton from this place. But when you move around the entire area, you might not find any cotton being grown right now. We used to have very, very short cassava type, and it would really put on so many cassava tubers. But right now, we are buying all these to make them work, and once you have it, you can never reuse it to plant again.
Because of the GMO?
Yeah,
They've
because
made them where they cannot reproduce.
yeah. So this used to be a very big thing all the way to the other rocks, the other side. But over time, things went on changing with an involvement of threats to be killed, to be bewitched, so many things. So this is just something that I'll die tomorrow and live on earth. So I don't lose my life because of most of this. So that's why I chose to move. So right now, I'm ending by the green yellow plant.
I previously asked Daniel about his history and where he came from. I quickly learned that it's not a common question that Ugandans are often comfortable answering. You see, over the years, Uganda has suffered a lot under military dictatorships. And although it looks peaceful and better than what it was years ago, there are many scars that can still be seen and felt here today.
This is what I have left. This wasn't the original place for my ancestors. My dad was a very principled man that I knew. Or this village knew him for his principle. Was a very tough man, but also a very blessed man. This is a place that had most of the servants in this district because they would come here to work. We had so many cattle here. And when that time came, the rebels came and invaded. With the joy that was in this place, feels so bad to look at it like this. I never want to talk about anything regarding my background because when people know, they take advantage of you. Life wasn't easy leaving this place, heading to Jinja. Things were not simple for me. From the other side, they attempted to kill my dad several times. What happens when you go to where our first home was? You live in a big area and you're one clan. So the clan has different families. So my dad's stepmother wanted to kill him because they didn't want him to share of the inheritance that was there of the land. So he happened to trace his dad, and his dad blessed him with cattle. And when he shared the entire story of what was happening to him, he advised him to come and buy land in this area. So this land was just bought using cattle. They bought it using 100 cattle. By that time, the Ugandan money was so valuable. It had so much meaning in it. Unlike right now, that even if you sold one cow, you can't do anything for yourself. I had a very happy family. I hoped for, I will not say a better future because I am already blessed. The mere fact that I have you people here, I am blessed. How would I ever get anyone like you to come to this place? So I am blessed. I already have a better future, and I bless the Lord for that. It's only unfortunate that I do not get to experience normal things that normal people will experience. That was the only painful part about it. All my family, what I had left was only my young brother, and he's lying under one of the trees there. That's the only person that I had left. Most of them went. I suffered a lot in this village. A lot. That's why I do not like to talk about anything regarding me. You asked me yesterday, where do I find the inspiration to do what I do? I find my inspiration from the people that helped me from this place. The person that took me from here told me he was taking me to school. When I went, I ended up somewhere digging in the gardens, not studying. I was there for a very long time. Then one man asks me, the man that I didn't even know. I didn't know him. This is how the orphanage, first orphanage land comes. I didn't know him. He saw me somewhere, then he asked me, are you not going to school? I told him I want to go to school, but I can't go to school. Asked me why. I told him I have to go digging every day to look for survival. If I do not dig, I'm not going to eat. He told me, this is very bad. I don't have children of my own. Do you mind coming and stay with me? You can work and I can send you to school. I told him it was okay. So this man tells me, you can stay here for as long as you want. I'll be your father and this one will be your mother. I wasn't related to them, not at all. No, I wasn't related to them. We just call them uncle, and that is it. At the old orphanage, if you look at the behind of the toilet, there are so many graves there. All the people lying in those graves are not related to that man as well. So he was a man that had a heart to collect different people from different areas to come and be there, since they did not have children of their own. When I tried to come back here, I was almost killed. I was almost dead because the people here were laughing with me. I thought they are people that remembered how good my family was to them sometime. Little did I know, they didn't want me to exist here anymore. So someone gave me food and had so much poison. So I was almost dead. I am so blessed. I have survived death 2 main times. I survived COVID and I survived that time. During the COVID time is when I felt fear again in my heart. For a very long time, I didn't have fear in my heart because I have seen it all. I have seen most of it. I have seen people kill. I've seen people suffer. I've seen people live with nothing. So there was nothing for me to be scared at all. And during COVID time, I was on the bed and I was thinking about little Tiki. Tiki is my biological daughter. And in my head, I was thinking, is this a cycle? Do I have to go now? And does Tiki have to go through the same life like I went through? And I was crying deep down my heart. It was so bad. It's the time that I've been scared after a very long time. I always said there's no fear in my God. You asked me my favorite verse, and I told you it was Psalms 139. God knows everything about me. I have told you, Aunt Jane, I do not defend myself because it is biblical. He will stand for the right cause. I do not defend myself. I find no meaning in defense of myself because something has happened against me. I just stand because I know God knows me. He knows my heart. I can't trace even a single body of all the people that I'm telling you about. I only have one that is lying under those mango trees. But for the rest, they are nowhere to be found. They were all taken on chains as slaves. They were beaten. Up to now, I have never seen any of them back. Never, not for a single day. And they went with all the cows and everything. I consoled myself and told myself I will never cry again in my life. No, I am here for a reason. I am not here by accident. I am too strong to be broken, and I never accept to be broken down at all. Because I know I am a source of strength for the children that I have as family right now. I'll stand all the time. I have taught myself that. I'll stand no matter what. And I bless God for that. He has spoken to my heart. I'm so grateful to so many people that have made me today. I stayed in Buyengo. That man died. And his grave is actually also in the back. His wife was the first to die, and I lived there with him with another old man who happened to be from Umbale, and he was wandering in Ginger Town. He didn't have a place to go. Also brought him. His name was Zablon. So we lived with Zablon. Zablon died, and after a year and a half, this man also dies. So I am left in the land. And in this land, people know how I came about to be in that place. So another fights begin. You must leave the land. So I remember you asked me a question one time. At your age, how did you manage to acquire this land? I didn't buy it. None of my family members gave it to me. Someone that I didn't know took me closer and he gave me a life. I managed to begin thinking for myself. I said, I have to work hard. I at least have a place to stay. I was defended by one Muslim man. He was a sub-county chief that time, and he had all the authority. So he asked the people in Buyengo, who of you is related to Charles? Charles has passed on, he has gone. And you want this young man to leave this place. Who of you is related to him? How do you know him that you're complaining over his land? This young man has been staying here with him. Let him be. It wasn't easy for me. That place is full of witchcraft. The entire area is surrounded by so many witch doctors. I remember when I took you for a tour, I was trying to show you some of them that remained. By that time, the only thing I would do to get some money was to cut sugarcane. I went into the sugarcane plantations to begin fending for myself, or else I would have to die. I wouldn't sell the area. I wouldn't do anything, because if I tried to sell it, the whole village would gang around me. So there was no way to sell it. And I wouldn't dare to do that because this man was lying there, and it was his property in the very beginning. So all I had to do was to be a good steward and protect the land up to now. It's there. One time Aunt Jane asked me, can't we sell this property and just shift the whole thing to the other side? I can't sell it, Aunt Jane, because of that. Having Margaret live there is the best I can do, because I freely received, so I have to let her stay there as well freely. That's why she's there. I am now trying to answer to the many questions that you might have had in mind. I haven't been speaking about them deliberately, yeah? I think you should be about the third people that are hearing my story. But I do not want to talk about it. Because when I talk about it, I tend to break. And I don't want to break. I don't want. I am strong, I'm here for a reason. There is no accident in my existence. That time when I was on the COVID bed, there were so many people dying in the rooms next to me. You'd hear people crying, oh, he's gone, he's gone. And every single morning I would ask myself if I was the next. And there was this one old man, he's very rich. And then he tells me, son, I'm praying for you every day to leave this place. I feel like you have a lot of responsibility to handle. You have a lot to do. So you must leave this place. When he told me that, the next morning he was dead. And when Uncle Chris came, asked me, I told him, that neighbor died. In the morning, he died. So I am not here by accident. I am strong, and I'm going to be like my dad. Because from the stories that I have, about him was a very strong man, a very courageous man. So that is who I want to be. I believe I'm going to raise wonderful children. I'm already doing that. I'm doing it. I have a big family. I'm going to have so many grandchildren, so many of them. And I'll be grandpa. I'll live. So this is what I have right here. One of the things that we would have spoken about, Aunt Jane, was, you've never asked me that question, but I want to bring it forward, would have been, we are not God. We don't know what comes up tomorrow. What would happen if one of the children got a problem? Blessed are those that think about death, because it is our way we have to go. Has it ever crossed your mind where we would bury them? Have you ever thought about that? Not really. Is it because you fear death? No. That is our way. So this whole land is here. It is their home. I've brought them this way several times. And this is home. If you asked all of them where is your home, they will tell you it's here. This land was very big. I would have been able to give everyone a portion, because that is what a father should do for his children. Give them some land, tell them, if I'm ever gone, this is where you should put your home. Put your home here. When they live here and go in town areas to fend for a better life, it is because they want to, but not because you've not been a good father enough to give them some inheritance. So I sought for peace with my neighbors on this side and even this side. I told them, just stay where you are. It's fine. Protect the land, use it, leave some portion for me to plant some food for my children. So this is what we call the village. So that is how I end up in Ebuyengo. In Ebuyengo, sugarcane alone was not enough. I played some soccer to be earning some money. Not particularly because it was a business, no. When I learned over any source of a small coin, I would go for it. I did a lot. I dug so many gardens. I did so much what you call donkey work. I was, right now we call him a minister of everything. Whatever you had, I would do. Whatever you had, I worked in the pigs, I worked in the cows, I worked everywhere to look for survival. One time when I went for a soccer match, I met this man who tells me, do you want to study? I tell him, yes, of course, I want to study. I have an opportunity for you. If you can play for us, then we'll give you a bursary. That is how Elakemi from such a village gets into school. I go in school, I'm very grown for my class. And all the kids are bullying me. They had given me a bursary, but not clothing, no? I spoke to some boys at school, and they gave me their old shirts. I put them on, and I didn't listen to whatever criticism and laughter that were flowing in. I didn't mind. After all, I was playing soccer, and I was so lucky to get in a school like they were in. That was a big deal for me. Yesterday when you left, I received a phone call from the office of the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda. It was a very big achievement for me. I put it on loud because I was talking to the kids. I asked the man that was on phone, who are you again? And he spoke his name. Where are you from? He said which office he was coming from. Then he told me, the Speaker seeks an appointment with you. Are you free? That was something that really humbled me. I was like, wow, the Speaker knows me? How did she even come to learn of me? And I am yet to follow that and see, how did the Speaker know me and what does the Speaker want? from me. From Palisa, a village like this, to Ginger Town, and I am there right now. I have so many reasons to be thankful. So many reasons to be thankful. If you move to each of the families that are here, they have graveyards where they bury their people. They wake up every morning when they have something perturbing them. If you lost your mom, you can go and sit on the grave and cry from there. Say, Mom, if you're here, you'd help me through this. Where do you think did I go every time I felt I was broken? I would cry to myself. Get the pillow, cry a bit, and stabilize. And I never cry when people are seeing me, never. That is not a quality of a leader. You don't do that. I have led from myself to the people that I have right now. And I bless God for that. So everyone that I see is my brother. They are my sisters, my fathers and my mothers. Most of the times when I'm broken, I come, sit on those rocks. And never crosses my mind to say, Dad, I wish you were here. Maybe I would be somewhere else. What I have not seen and what I have not touched is not meant to be mine. What is mine, God will direct to me straight. And it will always come to me. I've learned to be contented with what I have because this has been me from the beginning. So, welcome home. Feel free to be here anytime. You're my sisters, my brothers. Come here anytime. This is home. It is home, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Having stood there listening to Daniel's story, I couldn't help but wonder about what we take for granted in life, because where we come from, problems like this just don't exist. To be honest, I wasn't entirely sure that this was a part of our story that I could capture and tell in a meaningful way. It's sort of a strange feeling when you're standing in a place and realize these things happened here. But I think what I find most amazing is the determination and willpower to find peace and joy even when there's been so much destruction.
Let's go work on the chicken.
Okay.
Okay, you're going fast?
No. I watched.
Yaganye da.
So,
Kasa na iwoli.
we got the first one. Hey, Mr. Chicken, be careful. So, we get... No,
Tell
chili
me,
okay.
we change
Chili
our-
okay. So we do this, and this, and hold it. So, Daniel, come on.
Oh, what? I'm not.
You come on.
I didn't say anything.
Daniel, come.
All right.
This is chicken. No one will blame you for it. God made it so we
I
can
won't go to
eat
jail?
it. No, not even God will condemn you for this. So you step on the feet and step on the wings. Okay? Step on the feet.
And then pluck.
Yeah, you hold the head. Yeah, pluck first. You can hold it by like this. Like this. Hold it like this.
How clean should it be?
As far as the knife can go, that is okay, I think.
Awayagala katadduke.
Nice.
Problem will be my dress if I'm getting blood all over it.
It's not very hard to avoid the blood. I only got a little bit of man.
We'll clean the hand.
Yeah? Amazi.
Go ahead and get your position first.
Wagakyabuguma kyekikulu.
very little blood.
Hold it, yeah. Good job.
It's gonna get blood everywhere.
That
Just
one,
hold it strong.
that one had too much life.
Hold it strong.
This one will be.
Which one is moving?
Yep.
None is moving.
Got my shoes pretty good. That one squirmed a lot.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Pretty normal. Thank you.
No, I don't see any.
No,
Thank you.
don't see any.
dress clean.
No, I don't see
I
any.
kept my dress clean, but my shoes didn't make it.
No.
Oh, yeah. you should-
yeah.
Yeah, I've got blood up all my arms. Oh well.
Life on a farm.
Yep.
Oh, fire, sit down.
You're gonna like this. Spices are good.
Good.
The spinach does not look like our spinach, does it?
No,
It
that
almost
doesn't.
looks like seaweed. Doesn't taste like our spinach either.
Nice. All right, we'll try the spinach first. So spinach is good. Different.
Not like ours.
No, not like ours at all. This is like, almost feels like it's shredded. So as it turns out, Daniel and the rest of the guys can cook pretty good. I think I can honestly say, looking back, that this was probably one of the best days of our trip here. And it seems our presence has given the village something to talk about. There's only one thing left to make this day complete, and that's to experience a true African sunset.